Welcome to this LET review on project-based learning. PBL is a student-centered approach where learners tackle real-world problems through extended projects. Instead of passively receiving knowledge, students investigate, collaborate, and create, building understanding and skills through the process of doing. For each of the 8 questions here, we will go through the question type, the strategy, and a clear explanation of the answer. Let's get started. Type 1. Best answer. Read all 4 options before deciding. Ask yourself, which one captures both defining features of PBL, meaningful projects, and real-world relevance? A. Students learn by working on meaningful projects that address real-world problems. Both features are there. This is the most complete and accurate description. B. Memorizing facts from textbooks. That is passive decontextualized learning, the opposite of PBL. C. Teacher lecturing for the entire lesson. PBL shifts the role of both teacher and student. This describes direct instruction, not PBL. D. Isolated worksheets. Isolated tasks disconnected from real-world context have nothing to do with project-based work. The answer is A. Type 2. Combination. Evaluate each statement one by one. 1. Students investigate problems. True, inquiry and investigation are central to PBL. 2. Projects have real-world relevance. True, without real-world context, it is just a task, not a project in the PBL sense. 3. Students only memorize information. False. PBL specifically moves beyond memorization into application, creation, and problem-solving. 4. Collaboration is often encouraged. True, working together is a consistent feature of PBL. Statement 3 is the false one, so B, C, and D are eliminated. The answer is A. Type 3. Negative format. Circle except. 3 options describe PBL. 1 does not. A. Authentic tasks. Yes, authenticity is a defining feature of PBL. B. Student inquiry. Yes, inquiry is how students drive the learning. C. Creation of products. Yes, the final product is what PBL builds toward. D. Memorization without application. No, this is the exact opposite of what PBL stands for. PBL is not about storing information. It is about using it to do something real. The answer is D. Type 4. Priority. Every PBL unit starts with a driving question or a real-world problem. Without it, students have nothing to investigate, no direction for their research, and no meaningful context for their final product. Present a meaningful real-world problem to investigate. This is the launching point. Before students can do anything else, they need to know what they are working toward. B. Give the final answer. This destroys inquiry before it starts. If students are given the answer, there's nothing to investigate. C. Assign grades immediately. Grading comes at the end, not the beginning. D. Skip planning. Skipping planning produces incoherent projects with no direction. The sequence is launch the problem arrow research and investigate arrow. Create the product arrow present and reflect. The answer is A. Type 5. Situational students are designing a school recycling program. A real, meaningful project with a clear outcome. What should the teacher do? In PBL, the teacher's role is not to be the authority who provides all the answers. The teacher facilitates, guiding students as they plan, research, and implement their own solutions. A. Guide students in planning, researching, and implementing solutions. This is exactly the facilitator role. The teacher keeps students on track and provides support, but the intellectual work belongs to the students. B. Provide all answers immediately. This eliminates inquiry, collaboration, and the entire learning process. There is nothing left for students to do. C. Stop collaboration. PBL is built on students working together. Stopping collaboration dismantles the approach. D. Require memorization only. Memorization produces no recycling program, no real-world application, and no PBL. The answer is A. Type 6. Analogy. Relationship, defining hallmark or output. The strategy it most characterizes. The final product is what PBL works toward. A presentation, a model, a campaign, a solution. It is the defining output of the approach. Everything in the project builds toward it. Now apply the same logic. What is the defining practice that direct instruction works from? Modeling. The teacher demonstrates the skill first, and everything in the lesson builds from that demonstration. A. Direct instruction. Correct. B, C, D. Not teaching strategies. Cannot complete the analogy. The answer is A. Type 7. Cause and effect. The cause describes 3 core PBL activities happening together. Students collaborate, investigate, and create solutions. These are not isolated actions. They are the engine of PBL working as designed. A. Deeper understanding and stronger skills. This is what research consistently shows about well-implemented PBL. When students use knowledge to address a real problem, working through challenges, making decisions, producing something, they understand more deeply and develop transferable skills. B. Less critical thinking. PBL is specifically designed to build critical thinking. Collaboration, investigation, and creation all require it. C. No connection to real life. The real-world problem is the starting point. A connection to real life is built in from the beginning. D. Reduced engagement. Quite the opposite. Authentic student-driven work is one of the most engaging approaches available. The answer is A. Answer is Type 8. All of the above. Verify each option. A. Research. Students investigate their topic, gather evidence, and build the knowledge they need to address the driving question. Yes. B. Collaboration. Students work together throughout the project, sharing ideas, dividing responsibilities, giving feedback. Yes. C. Presentation of a final product. This is a hallmark of PBL. Students share what they created with a real audience, peers, teachers, or the wider community. Yes, all 3 are genuine elements of PBL. The answer is D, all of the above. Quick strategy summary. Best answer. PBL equals meaningful projects plus real-world problems. The right answer will always describe both. Combination. Memorization only is always false for PBL. Find it, then eliminate every option that includes it. Except/not. Memorization without application is always the except in a PBL question. Priority. Start with the driving question or real-world problem. You cannot investigate without a purpose. Situational. The teacher facilitates, they guide, not direct. Choose the response that supports student ownership of the work. Analogy. Final product defines PBL. Modeling defines DI. Same relationship type. Cause and effect. Collaborate plus investigate plus create equals deeper understanding and stronger skills. All of the above. Research, collaboration, and presentation are all part of PBL. Verify each, then choose all of the above. Padayon.